we take that moniker once again. The super team is always going to be there in the back of their minds. They know they've got the best skilled players in France right now, and hopefully they show us what they're made of today. I say hopefully because I'm a big fan of G2. I think the players are phenomenal. It's been disappointing the last year. I'd say a couple of big tournament victories, sure, but overall I feel like they've let themselves down a little bit. This tournament, it's time to make amends and show us what they can do, and they're looking for that 3-0 to really make their mark on the majors so far. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this one. It will be G2 versus Quantum, Bellator, Fire. Who would have thought this would be the first 2-0 game? We'll have a look at the buy for the T side of G2, 4 sets of armor, and it will be NBK with the Molotov, the smoke, and a fast approach towards middle. There will be 3 players boosted up. They might not necessarily strike straight away, but they will set themselves up, and you'll see something towards mid very soon, let me tell you.
Boomich waterfalls there, as well as Valina. To try and hold it off. Boomich tagged down to 4, and then doubled up that position at Sandbags. There's a chance he can bait them still in. He actually goes back and finds Apex. Good shot. He'll go down eventually to Kenny. Head exposed to body, but he hits Valina, no problem. Waterfalls was undetected, swings wide. Exactly what they designed is that he would be late to strike, and they'd have no idea he was there. He literally had no idea body was there. Either an MBK and Shocks found kills in the meantime. So 1-0 for G2.
Challenging those USPs towards middle. G2 come out the gate swinging there. You can see Shoxy as all the kills are coming in. He's in the B bomb side while his teammates are fighting towards mid. They find all the kills required, calling themselves up for a B split, but didn't even need that in the end. The bomb wasn't required. We'll go into the second round here. I expect a force by Waterfalls, as the guys on the desk mentioned. He has been fantastic in terms of the AWP potential of himself. I've been very impressed. A player that's not been on anyone's radar. This is what the minor system is all about. Getting these sort of players the limelight to show that they can be capable of going toe-to-toe with some of the world's best. And here's MBK just firing shots through the smoke there towards connector, trying to find that first pick. He's up against CZ's P250s. I'm not a big fan of the force buy like this on cash. It's the Deagle. It definitely has some potential. I think a Deagle no armor is more than enough to cause some trouble. CZ certainly always could have potential, but on cash, I feel like as long as the T's plays correctly, they've got 5 rifles right now. I actually like that a lot. They should just be able to coordinate a nice pincer towards a bomb site with the Molotovs, the flashbangs, and set smokes, of course, and maybe lose a couple of kills, but it should be quite a clean round.
Body to hold to make sure no one's going to get aggressive in the reverse side of the boost. Smoke down A main. Flash through. Kenny thinks so. Valina holding outside of the smoke. Imagine QBF go Legends first.
I can't see a world if that happens. I'm sorry.
There's one presented to us. Valina, good push through, does catch them off. Apex down, but traded out by MBK. They don't quite get Boomich on the site.
They will now.
Quick. Yeah, absolutely. He's forced to go back out and nowhere to go.
So anyone who's not aware, Boomich is like Boom Blah on the screen. It says obviously it's Russian pronunciation. We're trying to cater for them.
BL is a different character.
Exactly, yeah. So just to avoid any confusion there will be 1 kill from Quiet here. He won't get the double. So like I said, a couple of kills perhaps, but I didn't see that really going anywhere. QBF certainly doing some damage and keeping G2 relatively modest. They went for 5 rifles there. It's actually quite rare to see that these days in a second round from a French side especially. Normally focus on a lot of SMGs, but going for firepower there, a mixture of Galils and AKs, a few smokes, 1 Molotov. It works out quite nicely, as expected. Hold up in the default, go towards the A-bomb site, couple of smokes, pincer from the door and main entrance, and close out the round. Will be a full eco now for QBF. Nothing purchased into round number 3 here, a full eco, not a single dollar. And looks like it's B push, contact player, I'd imagine, don't need to rush. Molotov towards the sandbags, flushing one out. There is a player there, but he jumped up on the sandbags, not going to help him out for too long though. He'll have to expose himself. Shoxy might go down here, you know, he probably gets 1 kill and gets dropped on the trade.
How many people there are pushing shots?
There you go.
Get close, tries to spray it, can't do it. Quick will get the kill. So AK picked up, or should be. I'll go through and grab that now. Waterfall's the one to wield. Valina caught off. You had to teach me how to say these names, Henry. You're a Russian connoisseur.
Yeah, Valina,
Comrade.
Jimqua, Quick, Boomich, and Waterfalls. It took me about 6 games, but I got there in the end.
Yep.
I really did struggle. I was actually a bit anxious every time we came into one of these CIS games, but I'm glad we did it. We powered through together. Waterfall's looking to save AK-47 right now. Actually might do that. He's got no armor, but he's got the jump on body. Spotted, but taken down. It's going to be quick with the USP now, trying to maybe recover the AK. It's his only chance to make any impact on this round. Body seems to be aware. That's the one for this Well, in this game, I guess it doesn't blow open like all the other ones. So if you remember, like a nuke, you shoot that door, makes a hole, same sort of an overpass.
Because the meltdown of Chernobyl actually fortified it and radio actively strengthened it.
I didn't know about the lore of the map, so there we go. You're kind of filling in the backstory there. So thank you very much. Matthew is here for the deeper analysis. He goes for the storylines and the history.
Got to be good for something, right?
3-0, not a bonus round. Remember, G2
that
went
door
for the
would be a
rifles.
super interesting one if it were.
I think that's why, because it would be too much.
Yeah.
The teams would never get any control and then just get naded and start each round.
Well, they didn't start with it. I think as well, it could be potentially powerful toward highway late round. But yeah, you're right. CC should probably just take it out right away, and then you could see in from the bomb site, fire down the hallway.
Yeah, it makes sense from a
Yeah.
design point of view. Obviously, it wasn't just made for CSGO, it was around before that. We'll see. Waterfalls spotting towards middle right now. Will be a kit available, but such a lack of utility. A flashbangs up, but Kenny S coming in. This is one of his absolute best maps, especially against this sort of team. He should be devouring QBF, as Janko pointed out. Arguably one of the world's best AWPers at this point. G2 definitely didn't have the best year in 2017, but it's always a talking point. Quick, and Valina hold towards the mid area here. Flashbangs, Molotovs deployed. It looks like another B split coming in. Shoxy with the smoke towards the connector. That'll bounce on the floor, make its way in there. He'll just hold for rotation, so anyone getting towards the vents. That is going to be pivotal here. He wants to just contain these players. I think that's an appropriate word here. As his teammates going towards B, it's going to be Jimqua challenged and then some. Look at all the attention Shoxy's got towards middle. Molotov deployed Jimqa's position. He might get the double kill here. It does damage, but it's not enough. Valina coming in from Checkers. Actually doing a very good job here. Valina finds 2 and Kenny S left in a 3 versus 1. This round should be done. 20 seconds remaining. Bomb down towards Checkers. He is good up close and personal with the NWP, but how strong can he be? The quick skill doesn't land, but that one does.
How does that first one not hit? Just catches the edge of the doorway. 10 seconds. He spots another. He's given himself a chance. He will absolutely go on this. But don't rule QBF out of this. He's planted in the open.
This is
immediately fast on that. And all he had to do was peek tree. He knew he was going to be going toward A. He must get the call, but he didn't have time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Boomich backed off. Now, I guess that gives you the lesser of two evils, the one you know versus the one you don't. This guarantees a 1 versus 1 clutch rather than being caught out before the plant even happens.
He thinks he's at 4.
Op versus M4. And Kenny might outplay them on this. It's a fast shot. Now Boomich knows exactly where he is, but Kenny is very quick. Boomich going back for an off angle. Kenny's able to spot it. 3 HP as he gets away on the AWP's bot space. But Boomich is going directly toward Kenny. Yes! Up close.
That's unbelievable. That set the tone for the rest of the game. Kenny S, 10 seconds, 3 versus 1. He finds the second shot on the quick scope. He misses this first one, right? Missed. Then he hits the shot. Spots the player cowering the corner here. If Valina just runs away, they win the round. And then you can see it. He runs back towards CT spawn, thinking the round is over. Kenny S gets the plant down, about a millisecond to spare, and finds a 4-0. That's going to be crushing to the morale of QBF. And G2 find themselves with a 4-0. Oh, that was so good to watch. That's some vintage Kenny S right there. Absolute perfection. I love it. Absolutely love it. Round number 5 coming in, and understandably QBF will take some time just to calm down there. Not an ideal start.
After such good work by Valina as well. That's so sick from Kenny. I'm going to say, for me at least, the play of this major so far. There's a few good ones. Certainly has. A couple clutches yesterday that were fairly remarkable. But 10 seconds op, and he sees 2 just standing in the corner not doing anything. That's the confusing part. Not being proactive at all on the QBF side, especially after the first kill comes to Checkers, the man under heaven. I forget who it was at this point in time. My mistake. Should easily have shuffled out. I think it was Boomich was the last alive. So either way, ridiculous from Kenny.
We'll get into a full eco here. PT50s, Deagles. There is a bit of armor. I'll take it back as a partial buy. They do get maximum loss bonus next round. We'll see if they can get anything done here whatsoever. Apex will be dropped to 64 HP, but doing significant damage to Boomich and Quick at the same time. Not really much they can do with this one. It's a nice approach there from G2, not giving too much away. Just want to make sure they calm themselves down after that epic KS clutch. I think that definitely falls into that category, Matt. We don't see those Sonic clutches every single day.
Shocks onto Bellina. No problem. Bellina, I should say. Excuse me. Apex looking to try and spawn over top of the right crate. Couldn't quite get the shot toward the truck. MBK goes for the most open plant possible that will allow strength in the post. Kenny, another shot. Waterfalls down. Shocks onto Jimquat. It's just quick remaining, and he's toward middle with a deagle. Let's see how good his movement is. To the AC? Not quite. Would have been nice if he could get over top of the boost. They wouldn't have expected him to be there. He might have been able to catch off one. Kenny's low as well, so maybe he picks up a gun from it, but MBK will seek him out. 5-0 G2. Remember, winner of this, straight through.
5-0, absolutely right. This is looking great, and I think if QBF won that 3 vs 1 Kenny, they would rack up a few rounds. But still, a second bite of the cherry here as we go into round number 6. Another gun round for them. Waterfalls, the AWP, but they are chasing hard. As you can see, no one buying a helmet on the CT side. That's not a big deal against the AKs, but it's indicative as to where they're at right now. They're not feeling too comfortable. They've got a couple of kits. The utility's okay. You save $350 just getting the body armor. And just to note on that, the AKs have one shot, headshot potential, right? So you don't necessarily need it against them. Kenny just fires a shot off towards quad. Goes to the wall banger forklift as well. Body holding in the sunroom. Kenny S, the first shot though, takes down his rival. Orpo can't get going in this whatsoever. Jimqua, don't let that fool you. He's actually in the checkers room. That X-ray can be a little bit misleading. Thank you for pointing that out. And now they'll sit back and wait. Cash is a very reactive map for the CTs. You have to take something back if you lose the first player. I'm looking at their mini-map right now. They're aiming to go towards middle. So you can see this is their reaction coming in. Not going to be a very successful one of this so far. Boomich challenges MBK, gets the kill. A few rare misses there. I think Kenny did actually hit Boomich, but doesn't find the killing blow. Or the coup de guerre, the French would say.
Coup de guerre?
Yeah.
C'est bon, mon ami. Oh, Patisserie. Qua, Apex down, but body's already wrapped around behind him. So Boomich and Bellina. The BBs.
Yeah, the BBs. BBs might have to fall back here.
Well, they'll get an op at least. But now 6-0 G2 T-side Cash. Yanko predicted this would be quick. Bellina, other than one phenomenal round that was then stolen back in spectacular fashion by Kenny. It's the only one to get anything done. There hasn't even been a lot of kills so far going the way of QBF.
Well then, Boomich, 15 HP, like you said, he got legged up in the middle. I like that from QBF though, they at least tried to be reactive there. They did lose the first pick, then focusing towards middle, they made a good call. Let's try and get a kill back in return. This is Waterfalls going down. They then rotate 3 players in towards middle. Didn't really work out too well. There was a chance with the missed shots from Kenny S, but ultimately hitting a leg did send them packing 6-0. This is what we've come to expect. It seems like the simulation has calmed down somewhat today, Matt, and everything's back to normal. We're not seeing these crazy upsets like we did in the first stage of the tournament. QBF and Vegas got in fair play to both of them. No one really had them in high regard. Kenny S going for, is that a new wall bang? I don't think that would kill.
Back fence beside the crate. Yeah, it's been done before. I think Davey had done that a few times.
I assume that would that wouldn't be like a kill, but it looked like it probably does like maybe 40 damage.
It depends on where you hit. I think if you get a headshot with it, I think it still is a kill. I think Davey's gotten a kill with it. It might have to do with armor. I forget the damage numbers that goes with it. But yeah, Davey found that one, and then body, obviously, they're the one that they had to nerf.
Yeah, too much. Well, remember, this is a force buy from the CT. They actually haven't got all in. They've left us about 2k.
Funny, by the way, we nerf mid-shot that you can't see the opponent and get lucky to put them in an immediate 4 versus 5. But on Nuke, or sorry, excuse me, on Dust, we just leave it there as if it's part of the game.
But you can fight back on Dust. See, that's the difference. You can't fight.
Listen, I don't like it. I never have. I get that it's legendary part of the meta, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I always liked it because I thought it was a fun part of the game. Kept things exciting. It's like, you remember like when you had those epic games with Body on this server. He got tagged like 6 times.
By Guardian. Yeah, right. Guardian destroyed him in one half. I mean, there is some cool things to it. You can make calls from spawn. You can tell him when he went to B. You can even fake that and rotate back.
That's the mind game. As soon as you hit a few times, you know you can start rushing B because they're going to be slowing things down, dropping the smoke. But that is neither here nor there. So,
well, it's there, not here.
It will be happening next year. We'll see. Ooh, okay. Quick's actually got a chance. He sets up Jimquire here. There will be a kill, but Quick down to 10 HP. I don't think he gets much done. It was a decent attempt. Remember, this wasn't a force buy. I did say that at the start, but it wasn't. It was actually just a partial buy with the saved weaponry. Off Waterfalls, he wants to save that, but he's in front of MBK right now. Seems to suspect that he could be in this position, and he does suspect correctly. Takes him down, probably survives as he makes his way towards the B-bomb site. 7-0 now for the G2 boys. It's much more like it from them. Looking likely to be our first team to be legends here. Kenny S will get the final kill. 2 kills to him once again. He must be having one hell of a game.
Yeah.
9 kills, 1 deaths after 6 rounds.
Body's there with him, 9 and 2.
7 rounds, sorry.
Yeah, start of the 8th round. So let's see. Positionally, Kenny's in the back lines. If he goes for it again. They have guns up this time as well as armor. Actually, I take that back, excuse me. He's a little bit further forward, so he won't. I like to do it. In fact, he's going to get toward the big garage first. Maybe even get a boost up. No, Unlike's not. He's going to go straight toward him. Wants to hold the angle, and they're going to get aggressive on him as well. He spots one through the edge of the box. Couldn't land the shot. Good shot. Waterfalls. Nails Kenny in return. To work with finally for QBF on top of that. Boomage takes down Apex through the door. Some aggression from G2 that catches them off. Boomage takes a bit of damage down to 22, but fair play.
Here we go. Finally something positive happening for QBF here. 5 versus 3. Body looking to reclaim some territory here. Heads in towards the B site. Checks the close corners there. Nothing to report to his teammates. So Shoxy, very proficient with the AWP. He'll check towards headshot. And Quick is offering himself up there. Could be a chance for a kill. Not going to scope just yet. Trying to stay very quiet indeed. Flashbang comes in. Shox uses the opportunity to try and peek towards the bomb site. Gets punished for it. Boomage takes him down. Much better now from QBF. Not out of the woods just yet. Remember, MBK has been playing lights out Counter-Strike this tournament.
Body. Molotov to heaven. Can't find the shot, and he's gone down finally around for QBF. All 5 staying alive as well. That's best case scenario for them at this point too, because obviously they're going to be facing a reset, so this will allow them to at least avoid that temporarily. They'll get 1 round in hand, if you will. Although that said, they do have to reinvest quite heavily into grenades, so even that's going to be a difficult task. All the utility used, so good use of it at least it's not left on their belt. Waterfall's the one to start that off with a good shot onto Kenny at A main. Quick's going to go immediately onto middle. So is Valina and Jimquire as well.
A set piece coming in here, Matt. 1 towards the door. 4 at A main. There'll be some basic smoke, some flashbangs, and then open the floodgates. Try and find the picks. But Boomage still in an interesting position. We don't see that too often. He's actually on top of quad. Very rare, actually. You don't see him on top of the actual bomb site itself. But Boomage might have to drop down here. The idea is to look above those smokes. He will go down when the flashbangs come in. Quick now. Obviously going to be punished there. Don't have your nades out when they fully execute. And it will be MBK and Body just lighting them up way too easy for them. Great call, though. I like that. Complete change of pace. Haven't presented that once. Been lost at default. So just going in towards A. 2 smokes down, catch him with the nades out, pounce on the bomb site, and it will be a reset, but like you said, 5 players survived in the previous round. There'll still be a vibe available, especially if Jimquire keeps the AK-47. But that's beautiful from GT. That's all they have to do. Pound for pound, they've got much better players on the server. In terms of skill ceiling, they're going to be going like much higher than them. But tag through the wall, Jimquire panicking a little bit here. Flashbang, but can't land any sort of shots. They'll probably force buy into this round. Here, you can see how much fun MBK is having. Everyone's got grenades in their hand as he walks down the corner. Nails it. He has been playing very well this tournament.
He is a natural
quite the spectacle
killer.
Yes, so I've heard. Have you seen the pictures been floating around of him recently?
Spectacles, his are ridiculous.
Yeah, have you seen the pictures of him from the source days over on Twitter this week? Like, he looked like an actual...
like Justin Bieber.
He looked like a little baby. Like, it was so weird, the comparison like 10 years ago. Like, he was still a top player then, like playing in very games, the best team in source. He looked about 12 years old.
Played against him, did you?
He was like coming just after I quit. Yeah, so I played against him a few times when I was like, I'd quit professionally, but I was still going to LANs like mixes and stuff. But Round number 10, and there will be the force buy from QBF, AWPs, FAMAS's, UMPs. Not looking too good. They lose this round, they're down to another eco.
Game after this, by the way. A big one for today. Fnatic versus Astralis.
That's going to be my game of the day, I think. I think that would be great.
Predict. So Shock's going to boost up Apex. Very proficient mid player with a rifle. In fact, they're going to put Kenny up there as well. So they've got an AWP and an AK. AK to clear close. Kenny to hold the angle up. Z connector to make sure that no one can pounce and take advantage of them trying to clear close angles. Unfortunately, Apex only gets one on quick. Jimka got MBK as well, so it's actually the advantage with Apex going down to QBF. By 2, in fact, as Kenny and Shox are all that remain. Shox is going to rotate back around, so no chance to break the economy on the QBF side, as they'll continue to whittle down G2 if they win this round. It's not amazing, it's not established. It's enough to get a second round and potentially some more. Aggressive from Kenny, he'll go with Shox. Spots one. Oh, beautiful. To Boomich. He's going to drop bags, clear out to quad. They've just got to watch to make sure no one comes through Z connector late. In fact, Shox is going to go that way. Kenny as well. Jimka's on the other side. Easy ready. Certainly is. Oh, Shox just barely missing his angle. Kenny's going to get the bomb back. I don't know if Jimka would have spotted that being that close. And Kenny's lost track of where he's gone, but my God, is he quick. Kenny Shrub is no scrub.
Yeah, he's doing it again, but time running out once more. It didn't slow him down in the previous round. I thought that was going to hit, and then all bets are off. Waterfalls, though, managed to keep his head above water, Matt. You like that one? It's one of yours.
Scrubs, Waterfalls, more TLC.
Yeah, exactly, that's not bad. So good work by the CTs there, holding them off, but only 2 players surviving. G2 have just enough to buy. It's been some close rounds. They bring up 1 Galil for Shoxy. And we're going to round number 11 here. QBF have to win this. It's for the game, really. They lose this round, the double eco again, and they'll spiral out of control. There'll be so many force buys going against them. Very, very important round. They can't hold off this G2 approach towards B. They'll be in a lot of trouble. Flashbang goes in to push back the AWP. There is a smoke there. Body will Molotov in towards the checker room. High Molotov to make sure it gets in there nice and deep. 2 players at the A bomb site right now. It's normally MBK. He's going to be joined by Apex this time. They won't show the bombs going in just yet. They want to make this. This is a double fake coming up. So Body's showing some presence right now. He'll probably go in with the flashbang to make it look like a fake. So he'll go in, find 1 kill. His teammates will open the door any second on the A bomb site. You can see on the right hand side of the screen right now. Body might as well around single-handedly. I don't know what's going on right now.
That was a sick shot to Waterfalls.
So forget the double fake. He's just done it by himself. So they'll go out towards A and force rotations, make it look like it's a big fake. But no, the bomb's waiting in B storage. This is a really intricate strategy coming in right now.
NBK with Quick immediately in front of him on catwalk. Now I don't think he'll be ready for him to be on catwalk. Either way, flash around, that's awkward. Quick will get 1, but only 1. Lena stuck inside a middle could work back through the vents. Quick will confirm that A is open. So a 3-2 take essentially, because Valina's got to work backwards into the site and Shox is posted and ready. That's round done.
Yeah, Shox gets his all day long. Maybe he doesn't. Okay, rare miss from him. A couple of misses.
Nighttime, that's why.
Yeah, well, it's up to the incendiary and the flashbang of the CTs. They've somehow got back into this round. I'll give them that. And it comes down to the 1 versus 1, but Kenny clutches out again. That was so important to the economy of QBF. But a lovely strategy there. It'd be good for the analysts to talk about that one. I think that was a really nice play overall. The fact they went for a double fake, but Body is wrecking so many players here. It actually made things a little bit more confusing. Like, do we just go in with this now? Do we just commit? The guys at A are like, well, we're so far away, we might as well go in. But Body, 3 kills in total. Lovely strategy, but Body just carrying the round. Comes down to the 1v1. Force buy from QBF, I'd imagine here. Yes, indeed, they are all in. This is must-win again. Last chance pretty much in the half. CZs, UMPs, flashbang from Body. He's confident right now. Spots one towards connector, trying to scare him off with the shots.
Body and Kenny. Both looking through smoke. Waterfalls out toward Toxic at B, or Sunroom, call it what you like. Smoke down. Kenny's going to stare at, make sure no one's pushed up. Takes a bit of the map away. Valina as well pushed out toward A main as in an interesting position. So pistols, but close up. Something in it perhaps if G2 don't anticipate correctly, but they've gone so aggressive. Kenny certainly has an information that, or at least a suspicion that they have given that deep smoke. So Shox finds Belina. That's the first player that was getting aggressive. In fact, he decided to push all the way through A main, so Shox was easily in position to take him down. Now the question is, how does Waterfalls get away from this? Kenny's going to try and go back out. He did consider, that he was there, but he's given away the bomb because after they went inside events, he thought they were all gone. What a position inside checker. What a turn of the round as QBF suddenly are in a 4 versus 2. Shox got one back and have the bomb, mind you. It's been recovered, but look at this position from Boomich. Easy.
Yeah, it's a blunder from Kenny S. The fact he's got the bomb alone in that position when they haven't really cleared it out at all, it's a bit of a letdown. Have a good flashbang, doesn't find the kill. Boomich does manage to get them back in the round. I did say that was last chance for QBF, and they will conquer. 2 AKs recovered, the UMP as well. Kenny S didn't have to check that area by himself because it slowed things right down. They had the huge lead, and it all falls apart. So mistakes starting to show. We saw that from Esports earlier. If you have this huge lead, you start to get too ahead of yourselves, and maybe you get a bit carried away with the success you're having. Prime example of it there. Need to keep your wits about you. Kenny S looks a little bit guilty there at the end. He knows what he's done. And he's actually forced G2 on an eco now. That's not great news. That could actually end up at 9-6 half now.
Ridiculous. Kenny stared there the entire first minute of the round.
Yeah.
Thinking that there was going to be one out there. When they got in vents so cleanly, I think he thought, okay, maybe they didn't push up. Maybe I'm fine. He was not. So Eco G2's off the back of a force buy is certainly promising for QBF. Chance to bring this to 9-4. G2 has already won the T side. QBF certainly impressed me. Waterfalls. Positioned. Blind, though. Blind, but he's left alive! What a reaction! I thought he was going to swing back and hit the third. Pretty fast mouse movements. Gets the assist at the very least. And quick is quick to get through the vents. He'll pick up the other 3. 9-4.
Yeah, this is actually looking like QBF could get back in this game. It was looking very bleak at one point. G2 still can't really buy here. They might have the eco for the last round. They can take a partial shot, but from what I can see, they're going all in. AKs, Galils, maybe a few more compromises have to be made here. Yeah, 3 Galils. Okay, 2 Galils, 3 AKs. It's not awful in terms of the buy body with no head armor. And almost no grenade. They have 2 smoke, 3 flashbangs. That is it for the entire round. So they might have been better off waiting for the next one. They'll probably go for that fast A approach again. Yeah, it is. So 4 towards A main, 1 at the door. This was very successful before. Let's see if it has similar success. But Boomich coming for the fast flank behind them. Watch out for that. He's actually going to spray a few down.
Or get shut back immediately. Good read, Shox. That's pretty impressive for him to get that far that quickly.
Did he do the jump, do you think? Maybe he nailed that. I'm not sure. It was very quick.
Jimka's in the vents. It's possibly just got a straight boost.
Yeah, probably did.
Yeah, to hit that jump would be remarkable. They're going to go for 1-2. They're going to do it again.
That nade to the face, though.
Doesn't matter. Quick's going to send Jimka. Body's there. Oh, he spotted. He definitely spotted. Body's having a return. That's. Oh, it should have been 2. Yeah. With quick low as well.
Should have been. Not going to be the case, though. 3 versus 3. Quick low. 1 smoke remaining for G2. They'll probably use that highway. It's Valina. SMG in hand, not perfect, but still a close range. As long as he plays the angle correctly, he'll be fine. There's the smoke coming in towards highway, as mentioned. 1 flashbang will probably do it. He'll produce that. I'm going to go for that. Belina goes down. Nothing picked up. And quick, remember, he's low HP. Flashes the bomb site. Will try and do what he can here. Might get 1. There's the 1. Probably gets traded, but playing sensibly. Hides down.
Quick is going to try and sneak up behind the forklift. Okay, I thought he was going to push past it. I don't know if he intended to or not and lost track of where he was, but he definitely got shut down. Waterfalls gets the return kill. 1-on-1 with Shox, and Shox prevails.
Of course he does. The master of clutches. You've seen it so many times on this map, him outsmarting people in certain positions. That's another prime example of what he's capable of. It was a difficult buy for G2 there. Like I said, Galils, AK, almost no utility, and they come out on top. Wasn't the cleanest of rounds, but they'll take it. And still money available for QBF in the final round here, but G2 hunting for 11-4. If you are just joining us, this is to decide who goes to legend status first in the tournament. Both teams on 2-0. If you haven't heard of QB Fire before, I don't blame you. No one's really heard of them before this event, and they've set the world on fire with some of their results. And up there with 2-0s. Who would have thought? Aggressive play now from Quake as he goes towards Squeaky Door. Shoxy presumably going to punish him here. Just about. Taking down to 60 HP. 5 and 4. Like we said, a reactive map here on Cash. You'd expect the CT to try and push in response. And Boom will do just that. But surely meets his demise. And indeed he does. Courtesy of a bullet to the head from Shoxy.
So body at Sunroom, just waiting to see if there'll be any aggression. Last round of the half. Apex is going to be boosted. Jimka still has the vents, so Apex needs to look that way. It's not blown out, makes it harder to see, obscures it. And I think that's going to be enough for the shots to come in, at least to give him the upper hand, but Jimka can't hit it. Falls off, spots, but doesn't do anything with. Shock's tagged to 13. Has to be careful because Velina has a weapon. Could kill. Waterfalls is defending his retreat back to the site as well, and they're going to walk directly into it. Bit of a misplay. Bit too much aggression from G2. He's going to try and sneak in behind. MBK's already got Waterfalls tagged. That should be enough because Body's going to sneak up beside him. He's got the AWP. If he reads it right, he might get the angle. In fact, he's going to try and change this entirely. Put himself in a position where they both have to come from in front of him, and he's just going to watch the ball.
That's interesting. I kind of like this. He's going towards the door. They have no idea. Misses the shot, though. That might be his chance gone. Or is it? He hits the first and can't nail the second. Very difficult position to be in there, but Body closes it out. What a half from Body, I have to say. Not normally a name we talk about too much. Apex, just to note, 4 kills only, but who needs kills when Body's playing like that? Some phenomenal rounds from him overall. They find 11, a couple of blunders in there with the checkers play coming to mind that spiraled into an eco after that, but overall successful half from G2. They switch over to CT side, they win the pistol, game pretty much done. You can see the coach there, very passionate one. He's been jumping around, shouting for them throughout the tournament. Been quite fun to follow his journey as well. And you can hear him giving the big speech now to rile up his players and inspire them to bring something great to this second half. There we go, 3-0 in Challenger stage, 2-0 in Legend stage. G2 are yet to drop a map.
You've just ruined it. You've jinxed them.
If I have the power to do that, then the world is a very strange place.
I mean, if Anders is in charge of the simulation,
yeah,
it's already a little strange. Cultist that he is.
Okay, that's escalated. It's going to be the second half. And as we always say, you get 2 minutes here, and I think that's a great chance for this coach to come in. And Iksu, I believe his name is. So we'll see whether his speech there will inspire them as we get into the second half. We'll have 3 sets.
An intimidating man.
He is. He kind of looks over us.
He was staring at us one game in the qualifier.
Wasn't happy, was he?
I crouched down by my monitor and just pretended I wasn't here.
3 sets of armor, and they're going for something quite technical here. 2 smokes, 2 molotovs, a flashbang, and we'll see what this round brings for them. In terms of the initial setup, I can't break it down too much. Just 1 player holding A, 1 at B, 3 in middle. Could go for either an A split or a B split, but Kenny has an Apex encroaching on their position, getting ever closer to find these initial USP headshots. I'll go for a boost, in fact, so that's potentially going to work out for them. They are silent right now. Kenny S will be challenged. He probably goes down here. I don't think he gets a frag out of this one.
Apex happened to go toward A main. That's exactly where they're not. If he'd swung garage, he might have been able to help Kenny. Instead, he leaves him alone. He's going to have to swing back to the site, and effectively, they're back to where they would have been without the boost, because he now plays high with Shocks. They'll peek together, and together, they'll take down Waterfalls. Quick falls as well. Just Jimka, and this Jimka down by Body, 12-4 G2.
Nice shots from Shoxy, Apex, and Body there. Crisp. USP and P2000 doing a lot of work there. You see what QBF are trying to do, setting himself up a B split there, but ultimately very clumsy trying to get towards the vent. Shoxy just punishing them and just denying any sort of access to that area. Backed up by Body, finishes things off. 18 kills for him in total. Half like a waterfall story, some 13 kills. Pretty decent game, nothing too flashy. They will force by here, of course. If they don't win this one, they'll be 13-4 down, and then another E-kill will be coming their way. So, once again, clutching at straws on QBF.
Apex nade towards Sunroom, doesn't quite bounce the right direction. Ricochets back the other way instead. Waterfalls, I think, is calling for a boost. There's a lot of pressure and presence inside of middle, but remember they only have the pistols. So Waterfalls up now. 3 players from CT back toward checkers after rotating back from vents and bodies. Going to go passive on middle. G2, remember, yesterday played a retake game on A. They've done similar setup now, but having already cleared through toward B, they're going to start taking over A as well. Very spread out across the map is QBF, and they get the first kill as well. They'll take down Shocks. All for naught. Boomich killed immediately after. Quick. Whoa, Waterfall still manages to step up, but it's Apex to spray down 2. That's all he gets. This is all right. This could be a bomb plant at the very least. Waterfalls! What a shot to get down MBK. It wasn't quite the headshot, but by getting aggressive, not only did he preserve his teammate to get the plant, he got the kill, and now Body has to clutch this back.
Again. What can he do here? He has got a decent position. It almost certainly takes down quick. Low HP, 1 versus 1 now. Waterfalls with the M4A4. Looking for the ace, Matthew. Can he pull this one off? I think Bodies goes for the full defuse. Apparently not. Wins the round. That was unfortunate for Waterfalls after such a performance there to get so many kills. He's been so good for QBF. That might be the last chance. Not going to work out. Body and Suso, I think that's 20 kills now. It is indeed 20 for 9. What a game from him. They've got 3K per player. Waterfalls a little bit more. He didn't go all in on that second round force buy. Do they go for a buy? We'll find out. Apex doing some good work at the start of the round, but Waterfalls firing back with that Desert Eagle. They are going to force it. Why not? They have to at this point. 13-4, 2 AKs, a couple of pistols. Felina got a Deagle. 3 AKs total. It's not an awful buy. See if we find any sort of success here.
Molotov. Top of the drop, Shocks to push up. Boomich down, nice shot, quick. Grab the AK from his deceased teammate. Putting tank down to 48, still going to try and repeat. Lines them up. How perfect is that? Goes for 1. Both happen to be there. Headshot on Valina, and Waterfalls is standing in the same position, so it's all too easy. Quick down next. Apex to rotate in. Not uncommon to see him rotate late in from truck with an M4 to Z. More so because his teammate Body's on 16. And just Jimka remaining. Could be 14-4 G2 any moment.
Is the comeback on?
What's that? The comeback. Is the comeback on? No.
Did anyone predict QBF to...
No, we went all G2.
And that makes sense.
I think there was 3 games we all agreed on today.
Probably... Oh, trying to think what that'd be. Not the Fnatic game, not the FaZe SK game.
Everyone went Na'Vi. And everyone except you went for Astralis. That was yesterday. Why is that yesterday?
Nice.
Hang on.
Well, you look that up. I'll continue with this round. It's going to be a 3 versus 1. Jimco will take 1 kill, but he's got 30 seconds here. Bomb on his back.
Ah, okay. So everyone went G2, everyone went North, and everyone went Cloud9.
Okay, well, there we go.
Those are the 3 we all agree. It's nice when we agree sometimes and we're friends.
Yeah, it's rare, but...
Even if just for showmanship.
He could win this round. I'll say that bated breath. I'm going to build up a bit of a storyline here. Let's do it. Jim Qua making his way towards the A bomb side now. He has managed to get himself in a position where he'll die.
Definitely
that's the build up.
Nailed that one.
As soon as I give it a go, I want to have my big highlight moment, and it just all falls apart.
I mean, that could have happened to me with Snacks. It's the big apple, and Snacks is dead.
That would have been not as epic, but quite funny. 14-4, and they have to force by again, I'm afraid. Grim times for the QBF side. This is more in line with what we expect to come into this tournament. Sure, it's a bit of a fairy tale for them in the first stage, and the fact they got 2-0 was amazing. But coming back down to earth, it seems as G2 continue to plough through opponents. A rush coming in from what I can see, 2 towards the door. Or 1 towards the door, I beg your pardon, 3 towards A main. MBK in his position. It's actually called the MBK spot because he played here so much in the past.
MBK playing at NBK.
I just said that, Matt.
Sometimes I don't listen.
just as
let's not make a secret. While more aggression than KNG on Twitter, they'll run toward the A site, and MBK has the lineup. Body with 1 kill in the mix of it, but he's still got the assist on the other. I suppose you have to throw a Hail Mary at this point. It's going to be that point G2 Body tagged. 5 HP, careful.
Yeah. Well, this is looking like it's coming to its logical conclusion.
That's an awkward spray.
Yeah, and it's going to be match point. This hasn't been the game I was hoping for. I thought, in the pre-game I said as well, I thought they'd have them on the ropes, it'd be a close game, competitive, but they haven't been the hard-hitting team that we saw throughout the tournament so far. G2 certainly have, don't get me wrong, they've been lights out. It's not like QBF played like a horrible game or anything like that, you can point loads of holes in it. It's just G2 just looking very sharp, and obviously Kenny S clutching out that 3 versus 1 was the catalyst to QBF's demise. Forced by again. This really is the last chance now. I've said that a couple of times. A couple of UMPs. A Galil and an AK-47. Shimkar, the AK with no helmets and very little in terms of utility. They're burning. Remember, don't try and boost with the flames there. You will get burnt. Smoke coming in towards the connector. Bounce on the floor again.
Shimkar. He's ready to go to Boston. It used to be Jim Carr, but now it's Jim Ka.
Okay.
Shocks. Good shot. Belina down. Jim Ka kicks him back, however. It's a good trade to get the aggression down in middle. Apex rotates back towards Z as a result of it, and NBK and Body will take positions in the A site. So early fortification of mid early from G2. That's certainly something we've seen them do repetitively on Cash over the last week and a bit.
Still within a fighting chance of this round at least. Oh, maybe not for long. Apex, lovely shot there towards Jimcraft. 4 versus 3 now. They are running out of time and weaponry. The AK goes down, recovered by Waterfalls. Bomb on his back. 45 seconds now. As we'll see if QBF have anything left in the tank. I'm not sure they do. They'll set themselves up for... Is this a fake towards B? Not much of one. Kenny S will just devour quick and fall back. Bomb makes his way towards Highway. Very last chance.
NBK staring at Highway, but it's not ready toward Ticket. Tries to flick. Waterfalls thinks the fake is sufficient. It actually is. Bodies toward middle. He's the closest one back toward the A site. Boomich is going to try and sneak in, potentially behind. Actually, he's going to hold. He wants to get rotation. So Waterfalls versus Body. Apex to join. That becomes the significant fight. And I think Body's aware that Boomich hasn't shown himself directly on a good read.
3 versus 1.
Might be G2 through to Boston. Missed shot. Waterfall certainly makes that likely because that's exactly where he is, and down he goes. It's going to be G2, our first team, a challenger team, now 6-0 into the Boston playoffs.
Yeah, that's more like it from G2. Now they're looking deadly. They're looking like they want to take this major. This is the team we always wanted to see. This kind of performance is always scary to watch. Kenny S is fired up, NBK playing well, and Shoxy finally showing some good form.
First time legend status for Body. It's the first time in ages for Shocks.